I am Salma Begum, CS Department, DBS IT, Kavali. Today I am going to discuss about the design pattern subject Unit 5. Coming to the topic, that is visitor design pattern. So in this visitor design pattern, we have a different classification, and this pattern comes under the behavioral design pattern 2. And the first classification is intent. Intent is nothing but it tells the meaning of the design pattern. It tells the meaning of the design pattern. It also gives the solution if any problem gets in the design pattern. So that is the meaning of the intent. And actual meaning of visitor design pattern in the intent is here we have given. This is the definition of the visitor design pattern. In the visitor pattern, we use a visitor object which changes the executing algorithm of an element object. By this way, execution algorithm of element can vary as visitor varies. As per the pattern, the element object has to accept the visitor object so that visitor object handles operations on the element object. So this is the definition of the visitor object. So in this definition, the meaning is, if we see the diagram, we can understand what is the meaning of this definition. I have small image here. Here having the left side, at the left hand side we having the visitor. At right hand side we having the object structure. Example of object structure is collection, and in the collection we having the example array list and set, and in the object structure we having multiple elements like element 1, element 2, element 3 and element 4. Okay. So here the communication will be occur. Here the occurrence is this visitor have to in this object structure, this visitor will be visitor and perform a common operation on every element which here available. Okay, that is called. Suppose I having the here in the object structure I having the 4 elements: element 1, element 2, element 3 and element 4. Suppose if we use if you want to perform a common operation in the visitor object, object structure, we have to use in the object structure we have to use a visitor design pattern. So that visitor design pattern will use the visitor object, and this visitor object will be visit each and every element of the object structure and perform a common operation. It defines for example, it can define the 2 visitors. One visitor can perform a operation A. For example, I have a visitor, only one visitor here. If we provide 2 visitors, one visitor will be perform a operation A on element 1, and another visitor will be visit the element 2 and perform a operation B. This like the communication will be occur in the visitor design pattern. Okay, this is the visitor design pattern. If we talk about in this, we having the motivation. So after this understanding this diagram, if you see this definition, we can easily understand the visitor pattern. We use the visitor object. This is the visitor object. We use it, and this will be change the executing algorithm of the element object. Okay, element object. It can be varies and it can be perform the operations in each and every element, and it changes their algorithm. And whatever the operations will be given this visitor, that should be accepted by the object structure of their elements. So that is called the meaning of the intent of the visitor design pattern. Next classification is motivation. Okay, if you talk about the motivation, in this motivation I am having a small diagram. Before going to explain the diagram, we have to know what is the mean of motivation. So motivation considered one compiler. In that compiler that represents a program. So it considered a compiler that represents a program as an abstract syntax tree. Okay, abstract syntax tree. It need to perform operations on abstract syntax tree like static semantics analysis, like checking all the variables are defined. It will also generate a code. And it might be define operations for type checking, code optimization, flow analysis, checking for variables, being assigned values before used. So these are things we have to see in the motivation. Okay, and it also defines the, it also in the abstract syntax T, it provides pretty printing, program reconstruction, code instrumentation, these all things, and computer various metrics of the program. This all can be done in the motivation. In this motivation I am having this small diagram. So before going to see that, now coming to the motivation diagram, in this motivation diagram we have the node here. This node is called the abstract node. This abstract class, and you can also say it is a node class node hierarchy. It is a node, and you can also say it is a parent class, and you can also say it is a node class hierarchy. In this node class hierarchy we have the operations. So type checker, generate code, pretty printer. These are the different operation abstract methods we can say. Again, and this node class main problem is that, the problem here is that distributing all these operations across the variable nodes, node classes, it leads to hard to understand, maintain and change. So okay, so whatever the operation available here in the class node hierarchy, that will be distributed to all the node classes, and that will be make very difficult to understand to the system. So maintain and change. So we use the visitor design pattern here. So its responsibility is to, if we use the visitor design pattern, the image will be this slide, and this is the node, and this is the abstract node. We can also say parent class, and in this we having the accept method, and accept abstract method, and node visitor, and we having the different elements here like assignment node and variable ref node. In this accept, and this also having the accept, these two element object is inherits this method abstract. Okay, and it will perform the common operation in each and every element. So that is the working of this image. Okay, and if it in this visitor, before we are using the type checking. Before previous days, previous things, before not using the visitor design pattern, we use first type checking. So after coming the visitor pattern, it is better to make the visitors work for more than just type checking. We need an abstract parent class node, abstract parent class node visitor, and this for all visitors of abstract syntax T, node visitor must declare operations. Node visitor, this is the node visitor, will be declared the operations on each and every node class. This is the subclasses of this node. Okay, and visit each and every node of the subclass. And with the visitor pattern, we define the two class hierarchies, and one for element being operations on node hierarchy, and one for visitor that operations on element the node visitor hierarchy. So this is called the motivation, and these are the explanation of this image. Okay, and you create a new operations by adding a new subclasses to the visitor class hierarchy. So this is called the motivation. Next classification is applicability. So applicability is nothing but applicability is nothing but an object structure contains many classes of objects with different interfaces. Okay, an object structure contains the classes of objects with different interfaces, and you want to perform a common operations depends on their concrete classes, depend on the concrete, that is called the applicability. Next, coming to the structure. In this structure we having the small image, and we will explain now structure of the visitor design pattern. Here we having a structure. Here I am having in this structure we having the client. The client using the object structure. Object structure, example of this object structure is a collection. In this we having a list and set. And client want to perform a common operation on some client want to perform some kind of operation each and every element of the object structure. Okay, so we use so in order to perform that we use the visitor design pattern. So we have to perform a visitor design. As per the visitor design pattern, each element should use the accept each element should accept the visitor object. Okay, so as per the visitor design pattern, each element should accept the visitor object. Okay, and here we define the element interface. It has an abstract method, that is acceptor. Here we having the element, it is called an interface, and we having one abstract accept method here. Okay, this interface implemented two concrete classes. This is concrete element A and concrete element B. Both of these are concrete classes will be implemented. These are both concrete classes provides an implemented of an method called accept visitor object. Okay, so here we having the two concrete classes. The two concrete classes we having accept and operation A and accept and operation B. These are implemented from the element object visitor, element object visitor acceptor. Okay, here I have visitor. What is the work of this visitor is the visitor will visit each and every element of the object structure and perform a operation. So here we use the visitor interface. Here we having the visitor interface. In this visitor interface we having the two abstract method visit concrete element A and visit concrete element B, and this it will be perform a operation. It will perform a operations and concrete classes. So these are the two concrete classes, concrete visitor 1 and concrete visitor, concrete element 1 visitor 1, concrete visitor, concrete visitor 2. Okay, so we are having the two concrete classes, that is concrete visitor 1 and concrete visitor 2, and it provides the implemented abstract method from the visitor interface, So this is the working of the structure. Okay, in this we having different participants. So next classification is participants. So in this participants we having a different in this structure we having different participant members. So this can be explained in the participant classification. So first participant is the visitor. Visitor is the first participant. It is also nothing but node visitor. In previous class motivation we have drawn one diagram. If you see that diagram you can understand visitor is nothing but node visitor. So its responsibility is it declares the visitor operation for each class of concrete element of an object structure. That is called meaning of the visitor. Next participants is the concrete visitor. Concrete visitor means this is concrete visitor 1 and concrete visitor 2. It is nothing but it implements each operation declared by the visitor. So whatever the methods we have declared that can be implemented by these concrete visitors. So that is called the concrete visitor. Next coming to the element concrete structure. Okay, concrete. Next coming to concrete element A. Concrete element A. Concrete element A is nothing but it should accept. Defines and it defines the accept and implemented from the concrete element is nothing but it defines or implemented the accept operation and takes a visitor as an argument. That is called a concrete element. Next coming to the next participants is element. Element means this node. Element is nothing but node, and we can say it is also interface, and it defines the accept operations that takes the visitor as an argument. So these are called the participants who are occurred in this visitor design pattern. Next coming to the collaboration. Collaboration is nothing but it tells the relationship between the class and objects. That is called the collaboration. So this is the visitor design pattern we have explained here. So thank you. To the template method. In this this template method comes under the behavioral design pattern too, and in this we have different classifications. First classification is intent. Intent, already I told that intent is nothing but it tells the meaning of the design pattern. If you get any problem in that design pattern, it gives a solution to solve that problem. That is the actual meaning of the intent. And we having a small definition about this template method in the intent. If you see that definition, so that is a template method pattern defines a sequence of steps of an algorithm that the subclass are allowed to override the steps but not allowed to change the sequence. It is, for example, if you want to prepare any algorithm in the programming language, we are following some sequence of steps. Following that sequence of steps, we are going to construct the algorithm. We are going to construct the algorithm. So here also same, that's like only the point. Whatever the steps we have given, we have to follow the step. We have to construct something we need to construct. Okay, so that is called the template method. Suppose I want to construct, I want to build a concrete house. I need to follow some steps to build that house. That is, if you see the small diagram, you can understand very easily. So this is the sequence of steps we have given. We have to follow these steps to build a concrete house or any other wooden house or any other house. So here first of all I have first step we have given. We have to build a foundation. So in order to build a concrete house, we have to follow some steps. The first step is we have to follow is first we have to construct a foundation, and it means we have to build a foundation. Next step we have to follow to build a pillars. In third step we have to follow to build a walls. In fourth step we have to follow to build a windows. This is like following the steps. Depending on this steps of sequence of processes, we have procedure. We have to follow that steps in order to build a concrete house. Okay. Suppose I want to build a wooden house. I need to follow some sequence. I need to follow the same sequence of steps. But instead of using, difference is that instead of using the concrete material, we use the wooden material to build that house. But whatever the steps we are going to follow, we have steps is there. That steps only we have to follow to build that house. So that is nothing but template method. So in this here he defined here I can define a template method, build a house. In this we are having two method, abstract method. This is the template method, or we can say abstract method. And by following this sequence of procedures, we are going to construct a concrete house and wooden house. So this is the actual meaning of this template method. It means whatever we are going to construct or we want to design a program, we have to follow the same steps. But the program names will be changes and construction houses names will be changes. Here we are using the concrete house and here we are using the wooden house. Whatever maybe we are doing, we have to follow these same steps. That is nothing but meaning of this template method. Next classification is motivation. So motivation is nothing but we have small diagram. Now coming to the motivation. In this motivation I am having the small diagram. So this diagram is called application framework. This application framework it provides the application and document classes. Application and document classes. The application class is responsible for opening, adding, do, can open. These are the different things will be occurred in this application. The application has, if you want to open the document, it will be open existing document and stored in an external format such as a file. So it means, for example, if you want to perform a application, in that application, in application is nothing but one empty page. In that empty page, I can say it is a file. In that file, I am going to save whatever the information we are having. That information is saved from the document object. So it means whatever the application, the main responsibility of application is for opening and executing the document stored in an external format, that is called a file. A document object. This is the document. In this having the document object, it represents the information in the document. Once it read from the file, the application the application framework has the two subclasses. One is my application and my document. For example, if you see the drawing application, it defines drawing application. It defines draw application and draw document. If, for example, if we take the spreadsheet application, it defines the spreadsheet application and spreadsheet document subclasses. These are the examples of this framework. Okay, in this, if the application, if you see the application, we have in the open document. The open document defines each step for opening the document. It also checks the document can be opened or not. So this is the working of this motivation in the template method. So it means whatever the sequence we have given, we have to follow that sequence. So whatever you can use a spreadsheet and you can use a Word document, whatever you are using, you have to follow the same step. It means if you go to the my computer and in the program, all programs, in the all programs we are going to select the accessories. In the accessories we are having to select the Microsoft Word. In that Word we are having the number of things like PowerPoint, spreadsheet, my document, Word wide software, everything will be having. Whatever we have to select, we have to go the same steps. We have to follow the same steps to open the documents. So okay, but we are using different things like spreadsheet, PowerPoint, and Word document. This like different things we are. Whatever we are documents we are using, sequence is same, but what we are using that is different. Okay, that is the working of this template method. Okay, next coming to the applicability. Applicability is nothing but meaning is in which situation we are going to use this template method. That is called the applicability. When behavior of an algorithm can vary, the subclass implement the behavior through override. When we want to avoid the code duplication, we implementing variations of the algorithm in subclasses. That is called the applicability of the template method. Next, coming to the structure of the template method. In this structure, so coming to the structure of the template pattern, template method, we are having the abstract class, and in this we are having the template method primitive operation 1 and primitive operation 2. So abstract method, abstract class, it is nothing but it is a parent class, and it defines the generic logic to achieve a common functionality. So to achieve a common functionality, it provides a generic logic, and in this we have the two abstract method, that is primitive operation 1 and primitive operation 2. These are the two abstract method, and we are having a special final method. In this this is final method. This is called template method. In this template method, it defines what kind of sequence will be given in order to achieve a common functionality. That is called the template method. And in here we are having a concrete class. This concrete class we implemented the abstract method in this concrete class. It means it inherits the operations from this abstract class, that is primitive operation and primitive operation 2. And this is the working of this structure. In this we have the different participants. So first participant is called the abstract class. Abstract class is nothing but it is an application. In the previous class we told that application framework, we are having the application, that is nothing but abstract class. So it defines the abstract primitive operations that concrete subclasses define to implement steps to algorithm. That is called the abstract class. Next participants is concrete class. Concrete class is nothing but my application. So my application is nothing but it implements the primitive operations to carry out the subclass specific steps to algorithm. That is the meaning of concrete class. These are the participants we are having. Next, coming to the collaboration. Collaboration is nothing but it tells the relationship between the classes and objects. Here the concrete class realize that an abstract class to implement the inherent steps of algorithm. Next, coming to the consequences. Consequences is nothing but template methods or the fundamental techniques for code reuse. They are participants important in class libraries because They are the means for factoring out common behavior in the library classes. So that is the consequences. Template method that leads to invert the control structure. That's something something which is referred to be the Hollywood principles that do not call us. We will call you. This refers to how the parent class calls. The operations of the subclass are not the other way around. In the template method, we are following some kind of operations. First operation is concrete operations, either on the concrete class or a client classes. Okay, either concrete class and client class. Okay, and another kind of operation in the template method is concrete abstract class operation. It is nothing but operations that are generally useful to subclasses. Another kind of operation is primitive operation, that is nothing but abstract operation. Another kind of operation, factory method. Factory method is called factory method. Previous class we have discussed about the factory method. That is the example for this template method. And hook operation, we use hook operation here, which provides default behavior that subclass can be extended if necessary. A hook operation, if necessary, the hook operation often does nothing but by default it can be used. So this is called the template method. Thank you.